Good day and welcome to another fantastic edition of 360 Sport. It's been an interesting moment from the studio to the rest of the world. Now that sports has gradually come back to life, though there's still much more speculation about contact sport, but we know that non-contact sport is really making the wave across some states in the country. My name is Mudashiru Shitu. I'll be your guide in the next few minutes as we say, look at one particular sector of sport, which most times a lot of people don't want to talk about. I'm talking about special sport, and there's this very Nigerian making waves across the globe, representing us in Special Olympic. I'm talking about Damola Roberts. He has done so well for the country, and he is also having the Down syndrome symptoms, so to say. But he has, regardless to this particular part of him, he has done so well for the country, won many medals in some sporting activities for the country. So I'm here live with him and also his brother who will aid this interview. Demilade, it's good to have you here.
Thank you for having us, Muda. Damola is very excited. He's becoming quite the celebrity now these days.
Yeah, it's celebrity he is because everybody has been talking about him. That is why we want him to also the world to know about what he has done for Nigeria. But you aiding us, you are Demilade, and tell us, it's obviously that you're already part of his life because you know everything he goes through, you're also part of it. You know what it feels like and the challenges. But tell us, Down syndrome and sport, the connectivity, because you know most people with these situations don't really want to do sport. So tell us about how Damola came about sport and what made him what a celebrity he is right now.
So you mentioned something very, very vital. You said it's like I'm a part of his life, and that's frankly so because he's my older brother. He was born 2 years before me, and I was kind of like an added package to his character for my parents. So where normally the older brother protects the younger brother, I had to stand as his protector. He was bullied a lot in primary school, but primary school was also where the sports started. My dad didn't treat us differently in what he got us. He got us footballs, he got us basketballs, he got us rollerblades, he got us bicycles. We both participated in inter-house sports together, and that's where it started from. So from primary school, we were swimming together, we were running together, we were playing football together, we were playing table tennis together. We did everything together, even though it wasn't all the time always. It wasn't always because of discrimination and stigmatization from other kids. But when it was just both of us in the compound or at the Koi Club where we did most of all our childhood activities, swimming, the playing ground, the big field, and where we live in Dolphin Estates, there's also a big field where we can play football with all the other kids. So sports started very, very much early, and that's just because he's a young boy that needed to play sports. Yeah.
Yeah. Beyond that, when did you, the family, realize that sport seems to be what to make him feel so much appreciated and that he can do so well? I have his profile of many medals he has won. At what stage of his life did the family realize that they need to continue making sure he participates in sport? And where was that particular time it came an assurance to the family that they need to pursue the fact that he needs to continue with sport?
To be honest, I'll first of all start with God's revelation.
Okay.
And what my mother will always answer with questions like this is, Damola had a very, very fantastic support system in terms of not just his nuclear family, the extended family as a whole. He's born into a family of numerous doctors, gynecologists, neurologists, even veterinarian doctors. You know, My mother is a public health physician and a senior lecturer at Luth. So he was born into a family of educated and very exposed members who would support and would make sure that there's a lot of understanding to his character and to his person and to his disabilities. And we knew exactly how to channel it with his siblings and his other cousins. So like I said, from primary school, we never stopped. We always played together. We went to sports camping, sports camps together. There was a time where Teslim Balogun would host squash festivals. We went to those together. We went to table tennis camps together. My parents are quite the athletes. My mom swam for Lagos. My dad swam for Ibadan. I swam for Ikoyi. So we are into that kind of. We are that family. We like sports. We watch sports. We watch all kinds of sports. Golf, cricket, badminton, and everything. So we know these things, and we never shielded Amala from it. And when the time came for Special Olympics, which was brought to where he was doing school at the time, which is CDC, Children Development Center, the chairman of Special Olympics came there to okay, they need special kids to participate for Nigeria, and Damola already knowing how to swim, already knowing how to kick a football, being part of the team sports, was just picked. And his first competition was in the 100-meter dash in Ireland, 2003, which he was disqualified in Greece, but in Ireland he was disqualified. But he came back to Nigeria, and Nigeria awarded him the gold medal for winning because he actually came first. Well, he was qualified for changing lanes. Okay. So the country, Nigeria, recognized that he only was disqualified because of his disability and inability to understand the lane rules. They gave him his medal, and that fueled us as a family to keep pushing him for greatness. And, of course, queuing swimming.
Okay, interesting. 5 medals, 5 gold medals and a bronze medal in swimming.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, the family is a sport family. How do you feel? Because probably a lot of people won't have known who a Robert is. I'm not saying outside the field of medicine, but it seems to have brought so much glamour and so much publicity to the family. How does the family feel about this? Because we know that he has done so much for the family in that regard of sports.
Now, when he came back from Los Angeles or Abu Dhabi, I'm not sure which welcome back party it was, because my parents have spoken, my sisters, when they were still living with us, had spoken. So I haven't actually gone into a pulpit before to speak until now that he's settled with the 6 medals, 5 gold, 1 bronze, and I just so happen to be the sibling that's around to answer these questions for him. Now, for the family, as you can see now, my big bro is a Nigerian Olympic gold medalist. I shout him everywhere I go. Now, here's the thing. What he has done for the family, I posted a picture on Instagram the other day, and my parents were reading the article where he made front page. And this is them 35 years after he was born. 35 years after they were ostracized, stigmatized, they were treated differently because of the son that they had. And 35 years on, the entire nation is reading about their once before discriminated son now being a national hero and a champion. My mother put in the comment section of that post, I am still in tears, because I don't even think they understand already. They fully grasp. That's my parents who fully grasp his position in now as a family. He is now the most celebrated person in this family. My dad is a Harvard-trained neurologist. My mom is literally at the forefront of the COVID war. She was at the forefront of the Ebola war. Okay. She's a senior lecturer in youth. She's teaching Nigeria's doctors. I am, they say I'm a renowned photographer. I like to claim that. I've been a photographer for about 10 years. Okay. My images have made billboards and front pages, They have both swam. My mother has swam for Lagos. My dad has swam for Ibadan. I have swam for Ikoyi. We've all gotten medals. But the one that society said, this guy does not amount to something, or this guy, we don't want their kids near him, We don't want our kids. People have pulled their children out of classrooms because he was in that class. So we had to take him out of the school to find where he would be accepted. So we have had to go through things like that, only for that path to lead us to talking to you, Mr. Shitu. We are more than grateful for the grace to which God has shone on this family through his lights. And we do not know where he's going. But when we thought, because he's older than me, of course, physically, he may not be able to compete with the new artists that are going to come into the cover revolution. But he has made a stance. He has made a name. And even on Instagram, that people now reposting his front page article to other schools of disability, to inspire other Down syndrome children, to inspire other families that, look, bring your kids out. There's a place for them in society, and they can make your family proud. Okay. So he's a pioneer. And we're very proud of that.
Yes, we are part of that. The country, Nigeria, is part of that, not just Nigeria, West Africa, Africa as a whole, for lifting the flag higher in even this present situation. We'll go on a quick break. Damola and Demilade, they're still with us. And when we come back, there are more questions to ask that will inspire others at home. Don't go away. It's still live on 360 Sports.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the go-to app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. This is 360 Sport. If you're just joining us, we have a special guest that Damola Roberts, who has won many gold medals for Nigeria in Special Olympics, and this is one man that have been raising the bar, and it seems to be like the brand ambassador for people with Down syndrome. But beyond that, he has been able to make sure that other people with such symptoms or ability will come out from where they are to really live the life and the dream they ought to live. And he's been aided by his brother, Demilade, to make sure that we get the information rightly from him. Welcome back, Demilade.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shitu.
Yeah, interesting. Now, he has raised the bar, obviously, and we are not talking about Damola with Down syndrome. We are talking about Damola, an Olympian with many gold medal and a bronze medal in swimming. How challenging is it for him now to leave his newfound role, status that he has brought for the country and for the world? What's the next thing for him, even as we know that the Olympics have been postponed to 2021?
The next thing, we're right now, as I'm speaking to you, we are inside the next thing. Spreading this gospel, spreading this information, spreading this inspiration, and spreading this motivation. Damola is now making media rounds. He's been on billboards. Of course, you saw him on the front page, and we are here hoping that more people will see and keep calling and keep wanting to find out more questions, finding out the truth, how he was able to do it, with whose help, who sponsored, his teammates, Teju, Treasure, and BE, they shouldn't go unmentioned, because there was a time we all came back as athletes from, which one was it? Greece. We came back from Greece. And this was the first time that we had gone in as a conglomerate, as a country, for the Special Olympics. And we came back with 41 or 44 medals as a conglomerate, as a country. So it's not just me. I'm Damola Roberts here. I'm the most good. I have the most medals for the country. I hold the record of most medals won in one competition. In one World Games, which is 3 gold medals in Los Angeles. I have 5 gold medals for the country. So I may be a leader in that aspect, but I didn't do it alone. If I didn't have a conglomerate of teammates in basketball, in table tennis, in my other swimmers, in football, we have medals. So there's a plethora of us, and there are even people who didn't make the cuts to go to the World Games, but who have medals for regionals and for their states in the country. There's an army of us who are out there doing this great work for the country. And it's for me right now, as a leader, to my own swimming teammates and to the conglomerate of Nigerian special athletes, is for me to shout, make noise. We do.
Yeah. Interesting. But stories like this don't come without the hurdles and the expected society hindrance to progression. Obviously, like I said, that you're also living his life. Tell us and encourage parents, guardians out there that they should come out and let the whole world know that regardless to the stigma, there's so much more beyond that our kids, the world can actually get the best out of the world, even in this our society.
What I'll tell other people and other parents and siblings is something I learned when we were still pretty much in primary school, and we used to go for different camps and things like that. And people used to shy away from my brother, and then I used to rescue him from that. People shying away from him. I'll just say, you know what, I'm gonna come and hang with me. Come and chill with me. Come on, let's just move together. Just because he's a loner. And then if you show some sort of appreciation to him, he's also very, very caring, very loving, and always a hugger. He loves giving hugs. So if he sees you and he feels your energy, he won't give you a hug. But because of the way he appears, because of his character, some people just don't understand, and they tend to treat him out of fear. Now, for a very long time, it was hurtful as a siblings, as even as a family. But it's something my mother even said in the last interview that I didn't even realize was where I learned it from. That she had to learn the hard way not to see people's reactions through the eyes of stigmatization. And that's where another it dawned on me that I didn't even know where my tolerance for discrimination came from. Because of, like you said, I'm usually living his life.
Yeah.
There are people who wouldn't invite me to parties because they knew I'll come with my brother.
Interesting.
Yeah. So with that, I had to tell other parents that, look, the pain is there. The people that will point fingers are there. The people that will laugh at you are there. The people that will stay away from you are there. But it is unfair to your child, to your sibling, to your loved one, for you to consider the feelings of society over yours and over your loved one. We all need to exist. We all need to live. Who needs to be normal?
That's interesting and sober moment there. Let's not look at it, Demilade. It seems to me rather that you probably be a child for greatness, regardless of sport. What's the closest thing he would have been doing if he wasn't into sport? Knowing he has...
Damola would have been a sous chef. Let me not even finish your question.
Okay.
In the kitchen, his hobbies are chopping the carrots, peeling the potatoes, setting the table. Damola will do great in the kitchen industry. Okay. You can work under a chef. You may not be able to boil the rice completely, but you can put the rice on the fire. Okay. So he will be great in the kitchen. Definitely.
Okay. I'm sure he's probably cooking the meals in the house, obviously, with what you just said.
His hands go into every dinner in this house. So we are not, we will not hide that fact.
Okay. Interesting. Now, back to sports that have made him who he has become, and he has made the Robert family in terms of popularity right now beyond medicine and what most of the family does. Now, 2021, I want to look at the medals in front of him, and I'll probably be asking you to tell us how many medals there. I'm sure it's speaking so heavy on him, and if you could just read out what they all stands for.
Okay, so I'm going to start with this is Special Olympics World Summer Games Athens 2021 and 2011.
Okay.
The back says 25th of June to 4th of July 2011 Special Olympics. I'm in, and that's his gold medal right there. Then these three are from Special Olympics World Games Los Angeles 2015.
Okay.
At the back it says Special Olympics. Let's move forward a little bit. Special Olympics, and the front has the Special Olympics sign. And these are 3 gold medals in 50 meters, 100 meters, and 100 meters relay, right? High five. Let's go there. Now, then this is Special Olympics World Games Abu Dhabi 2019. Special Olympics World Games Abu Dhabi, and it says the same thing in Arabic.
Okay.
And of course, he has every year they change the Special Olympics icon. This one shows a little bit more of togetherness. So there are more symbols there. And this was 100 meters swimming, gold medal.
Okay.
And then his only bronze was also won in Abu Dhabi 2019. And that's the bronze medal right here. So that's 5 gold. And actually,
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 gold, 1 bronze.
Okay, interesting. Now, COVID period, and I'm sure that a lot of people have been affected by the pandemic. Looking forward to his next challenge, how has he been preparing perhaps for the next Special Olympics and other sporting activities?
Yeah. Cover your face, because I want to do a confession. Cover your face, because there's a confession. Okay. We haven't done any training during the pandemic. Of course, pandemic reasons. Okay. But be proud. Medal holder, let's go. So we haven't done any training at all. No, okay. not at all. We started at the beginning of the year. Okay. But we had to stop training. Of course, the world actually went on pause. Okay. So actually now, after the raining season has come and gone, and they're easing up the lockdowns, some swimming pool areas, our normal training grounds are Airport Hotel in Ikeja. Okay. So they have an Olympic-sized swimming pool, so it's massive, and and they have depth and everything. So the training will resume when we can resume. Despite all the health regulations, you have to follow all of them first and understand. So training in the communal pool also has to be considered. So we're looking into it towards the next games.
Okay.
But we're ready mentally, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's the better one. Ready mentally. Yes, thank you very much, Damola, for bringing so much honor for us, for Nigeria, and for the rest of the world. That regardless, the flag is flying courtesy of your contribution to development of sport in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Damola Robert. Yeah. I also want to thank you, Demilade, for making sure that for everything you've done. We thank you for your support. And not forgetting your mom. She actually was supposed to be the one talking today, but busy schedule. She's unable to do that. And to the rest of her family, we say thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having us, Mr. Chitu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, and this is all we could take on today's program on 360 Sport. This is just an indicator that there are many things you could do regardless to the present situation you are going through. Damola is not known to us as someone with Down syndrome. He is known to us as an Olympian who has brought many medals to the country. And this is all we could say on today's program. Hopefully next time we'll bring you all you need to know in the world of sport. And like I do say at the end of every program, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.